Hello crafty friends, it's Annie from Vintage Lace Journal and I'm here today with a freebie. Who doesn't love a freebie? Obviously this is on Ko-fi or Coffee, however you want to say it, K-O-F-I, and this is from the Junk Journal Studio that links in with the new kit I showed the other day. So the botanical kit, the mega cluster pack, is absolutely fantastic, and Michelle from the Junk Journal Studio has put together these freebies that coordinate with that kit. So I'm going to put the link below for the freebie. Obviously if you want to buy Michelle a coffee, you know, a couple of dollars, a couple of pounds, anything would be just amazing, because I think she just does so much for the people that go to her shop and get things. So it's up to you, but this is obviously a freebie if you want to go and grab this. Now there's 3 different colorways. This is like the greenish kind of one, and it comes in 2 different patterns. So we've got the ones with all the kind of like everything on it. There's flowers, there's stamps, there's numbers, there's words, there's that one. And then to coordinate with that, it's a plain version. It's got this kind of like grid behind it. So this is in the greens. You've then got the same in the yellows. So it's exactly the same but in a different shade. So again, you've got them stamps, those flowers, words, all these type of things on there. And again, that paper that goes with it. So it's like kind of like a grid paper. I've just printed this on copier paper because of the project I'm using. And then this one is kind of like a paler version of the yellow. It's kind of like that... you know, the normal kind of, I can't think of the word, like a linen kind of colour, slightly lighter. And again, it's got all those stamps, flowers, things, and then the plain with a grid. Now, I'm going to be using this one to start off with, and I've decided that I'm going to do a quick bake today. If you haven't seen already, Michelle has linked the botanical kit now in a yellows. So the base one was kind of like greens. The new one is in yellow. So again, I'll link that all below. So for this project, I'm going to make a tag with a pocket inside it and a little thing that you can put inside. And I've just grabbed myself here a 7x5 craft card without the envelope. So this is when I used to do card making. I've just got this left over. You can use ordinary A4 craft card, and I'm going to show you how to cut this down. Now, because this is a card, it has a fold there, so it's obviously 7 inches down by 5 inches wide. Now I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches, so 2.5. Moved. There we go. And just going to turn that around because I've just messed that bit up. Another 2.5 inches. So you'll get 2.5 inches out of this. I keep forgetting when you do this, you have to hold this guard down to put it into place. That's fine. And I'm going to use that bit for something else another time. Okay, so here I have my 2 cards now. I'm going to have the bottom bit where it's closed. So I'm going to have this bit at the top. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this into a tag. Now I've got my trusty little store card, or my old card I used to have here, that I chopped the corners off to make my corners for tag making specifically. I might actually make that a bit of a bigger corner. So lining up the side, lining up the top, and chop, and then just turn it over, and that will do exactly the same cut on the other side. So lining up the top, lining up the side, and chop. Okay, so then we are tag base like that. Now because I want to make this a pocket, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to glue around 2 sides, and this side I'm going to leave without any glue on, because that's going to create my pocket. So made the decision today to check all my glues before I actually started filming today, because I always come on to film and my glues tend to stop working. So I used this, like I said the other day, I got this from Craft Stash UK, tacky glue, and I've just put it into one of these little decanter bottles with the fine tips on, because I find them really good. So I'm just going to glue those sides down. Just hold that for a couple of seconds, just so that takes, and that leaves our little pocket bit on the side. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my freebie paper, and I'm going to cover the front of this tag. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just get some glue stick. So just from my local store. I'm going to think about where I want this. I don't want the word specimens, but I do like this kind of section here. It almost fits that tag beautifully. So I'm going to glue the front of my tag like so. And then kind of remembering where that is, I'm just going to pop that down on there. Just get that to the rub. And I'm just going to come in with my scissors and just go a bit closer there. Trim around the edges. And the good thing about these freebie papers, if you have bought the botanical kit, they just coordinate beautifully. I'll show you in a moment when I start using the ephemera to decorate this. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is put glue on the back side as well, because I'm going to use the plain kit paper from the freebie and just pop that over there. So my back and the front of my tag will now be covered with paper. Okay, and just cut there. Bit of excess glue there. Just like to say hello to new subscribers. I've got a few new subscribers over the last few days, so welcome to my channel. Welcome to the madness. I hope you like what you see. Thanks for giving me some comments. Got some lovely comments from some of my regular viewers as well, so hello to you and thank you for sticking with me. It's lovely to see people commenting on my videos, just to let me know there's somebody there. Okay, so there we have it. So we have our tag on the front and our tag on the back with those beautiful freebie papers, and we've got a little pocket that I'm going to put a little tag inside of here. Now, that piece of card we had left over, oh, there's gone. I'm just wondering if that might be big enough to put in there. Unfortunately, I nicked it with my... I'll find some different tags. Okay, so what I'm going to do now on the front of here is, first of all, I'm going to pop a little eyelet. So I always like to just eyeball this coming down with my pencil and putting a little dot. And I think using an eyelet just really finishes us the project off. It gives it a little bit more of a, rather than just a plain hole. I'm going to go with a nice gold eyelet today, I think. Yeah, lovely. So pop your eyelet in. If you obviously don't have eyelets, you could use something like a brad, or you can just leave it as a hole and pop some ribbon and fancy things through. Okay. And I'm just going to come around the edge of this tag, because it's quite plain around the edge, with some distress ink. This is Vintage Photo. It's one of my favourites. If you're new to crafting, I've had quite a few little new crafters starter. One of the best inks you can buy are these distress inks, because you can also buy these, which are, this is the tea-dye one, but you never have to get rid of your pad. You just literally ink it up again, and these actually are really good to use on their own in craft projects as well. For splats and things. So a brown one, if you like doing vintage look things and you're into junk journaling, Vintage Photo I think is one of the most popular ones that a lot of people use. So just thinking around the top, on the front and the back. I have to be slightly careful because my paper is still not quite dry from the glue. I don't want to tear it. There we go. And it gives it that kind of like finished look with your little eyelet in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with some of the things from the botanical kit, and I'm just going to layer up onto the top of here. I quite like the look of using different shapes. So we've got squares, got rectangles, layering them all up. You can see little bits poking out from behind. There we go. And then obviously don't stick them down. What I'm going to do is just kind of like have a little play first of all to see what would go. I'm going to bring in some of these colour. I might go for that botanical there. That's really pretty. Just to give that hint of green. Getting very confident with my scissors over the last few videos, which is unlike me. I'm always a bit wary. I sometimes think, you know, have a go. I see lots of people using scissors. I thought, right, I'm gonna be more confident. So I'm just going to come in again on here and just pop a bit of ink around. Sometimes you don't have to go all the way around, just sort of catch little bits here and there. So far I've got this one here and a longer one here. And I might come in with one of these little labels here. These ones are actually printed onto, I think it's 230 GSM, I say, so they're a little bit thicker. But you can obviously print these onto copy paper, because once they're stuck down and dried, you won't really know the difference. It's only if you're making things like tags, you need something a little bit more sturdy. So let's have a look so far. So I've got that there, I've got that there, put that down there. I think I'm going to come in with one of these little butterflies just to finish that off at the top there. Do you know, I found my little scissors the other day and now I've lost them again. Oh, there they are. Joys of a craft room, hey? I do tidy every now and again, and then you do a project on video and you kind of like yank everything that's to hand and near you, and you end up looking like a bomb's gone off again. So I'm just going round, leaving this little border. And I'm just going to, again, just ink round, take a lot of that whiteness away. So I think that's going to go there. Perfect. Right, I'm happy with that. So all I do is just going to lift things off, thinking, remembering where they are. Obviously that's nice and easy, that's down the bottom. Just keep playing around until you're happy with where you've got things. So pop that there. And again, you can use glue stick on these ones if you want to do. I just like wet glue, it just gives a better stick. Pop that there. One there. Come a bit higher. And then a little butterfly. Just there. And I've got some lace. And went to my local haberdashery and they were selling off loads of these bits of lace. Just lots of bits of sellotape around them. I thought, oh, I'll have some of that. Find the end. There we go. So I'm just going to try and get this through here. I need to poke it through with the scissors. Oh, look at that. There we go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is obviously pop our little tag into here. Now, because that's glued, I'm just going to measure this. So I don't want my tag to poke out, because I'm going to put a little tab on the side, I think. So I probably want my card to be about 2 inches by just 3.5. I don't want it to be massive, so 2 inches by 3.5. So I'm just going to grab another bit of card. I've got loads of offcuts of this recycled craft card, which is fine for this. So 2 inches by 3.5. There we go. Just double check that's the right size. Yep, because I'm going to pop a little tab on the side of that anyway, so that's fine. So I'm going to come in with, I might just actually get one of these cards. It's been a little bit too small. I've got some papers left over from a project I did the other day, so I'm just going to again just cover this with some glue. You can see already the mess that surrounds me. That's what us crafters do best, to make a mess. So pop that on there. And cut around. And then I'm going to put a little tab on the side that will stick out of the pocket. Okay. So I've got that there. Now with the kits, you have these lovely oxygons, so I'm going to actually use one of these. These are printed on cards, so they're quite sturdy. So I'm just going to use the plain one there. And I'll show you a little trick. So just cut out the oxygen. And then all I'm going to do is fold it in half. So top to bottom like that. And that has created, just trying to think which way this is up, a little tab just to go on the side here like that. So I'm just going to get coming with my wet glue now and pop it all over the back, because you want it to glue to your project and glue to itself as well. So I'm just going to pop that on the edge there. And just hold that down. Okay, that's created a little tag. I'm just going to come in with one of these smaller images, quite like the lilies. And again, just do some layering up on the tag as well. So pop that there. So I'm just thinking about putting something behind that as well. So I've got these ones here. I might be a bit too small. It's too big. I think I might go for that one. Let's have a little look. So I mean, with these things, once they're cut out, you can always pop them in a little box if it's not quite the right size for what you want, and then to use that another day. I've got a video on here at the moment using all these kind of things as a background. So if you print off lots and lots of tickets and things, you can always use them as a background. I think I might put that there, that further down there. Again, just use different layers will give it a little bit more interest. What I'm going to actually do is put glue on them both first, and then I can lay them down at the same time so I can get them in the right position. And making sure I'm happy with where they're going. So I'm happy with that there, and that there. Okay, pop that down. And I might just come in with another little leaf at the bottom, quite like that little leaf. And then that links in with the shape of the octagon on the side as well. The good thing about kits when you print them off is you can just play and print as much as you like. Okay. There we have our little tag. That's just a plain journaling spot on the back. So bring back in our little tag spot here, and then that will go just in the side like so. And there we go, little tag on the back. So let's have a go at making another one, just so we can do one together again. So I should have another piece of card. There we go. So joined up bit at the bottom, and again all I did was actually do my corners first and then glue the card together. I did that slightly bigger one, didn't I? Hope you've all got lots of projects keeping you going at the minute. I've been doing a little bit of watching YouTube because I was poorly last week, and it was nice just to be able to sit and just watch other people's videos for a change, just get some really good ideas instead of creating yourself. Okay, so down the side, and just that little top bit there. And this time I think I'm going to use a different colour from the freebies. So this time I'm going to use that lush green one. I'm going to choose a different part. I think I'm going to go with this lovely number 4 here. So I'm just going to pop that there. Just clear my space and get a bit messy. So glue the card all the way on the edges. Okay, so thinking that number 4 is there, just make sure that's straight. Give that a good rub down. Obviously, when you're ready to do this, you'll be able to leave yours to dry. Otherwise, the paper does sometimes start to lift a little bit. And then obviously do the same on the back side, so put glue on the back again, and I'm going to use the coordinating green background paper. And it's quite nice because if you obviously want to then journal on these, you can write on this quite easily. It's quite a nice light colour. That's beautiful. It's almost like it's been stamped on. I love it. And last little bit there. There we go. So again, just using those freebie papers, we've got a beautiful image at the front and that plain image on the back. So again, I'm just going to come around with some brown ink just to lift those edges. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, or you can use a different colour. You could use a darker green, whatever you like. Just going to cut that because it's not quite. But I quite like that brown and green effect. It's quite nice. I think I need to actually re-ink my vintage photo. I got the tea dye. It's quite a lighter brown. I do like the dark brown. If you want to buy the scorched timber, that's on my list to buy. I'm going to head over to Craft Stash and see what they've got there. Okay, so again, just going to eyeball, make a dot, ready for my brad. Still using my good old trusty ancient tool. Does the job. I might go for silver. Gosh, look at my cardigan. It's absolutely filthy with the ink. Ooh, hope it comes out in the wash. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so this time I'm going to come in with, so I might use this brown to kind of like mimic the brown. I might actually use that lighter one instead. Just gonna pop around the edges. So I'm going to pop that one there. I think I might have. Oh, there's a little look over here. All these greens are nice. Is that a bit too dark? I like that one. I'm going to put that one over the top with a darker green. So again, just cutting out the little bits and pieces you want. Rectangles are really, really good to just layer up, or strips. If you've got any strips of paper, you could layer those up as well. I'm going to cover that lovely number 4 up there now, aren't I? Never mind. So I'm going to put them that way. So I'm just putting my other tag in, because I kind of like sometimes to do the opposite of what I've done before. So I've done that side, so that side. So I might do that at the top and that down the bottom. And then I might put my word at the top this time rather than the bottom. So I'm just going to come in with, let's look what words we've got. I think I'm going to go for a lighter colour. That's specimen's word. So many to choose from. And, one of those things, if you've got some time just watching a film or watching a bit of telly, to just sit and cut things out. Very therapeutic. So I'll pop that there, pop that there. There we go. And I think I'm going to I think what to put on top. I might have so much stuff like this. Lovely butterfly would look lovely on there. Just wonder if it's too big. Let's have a quick look. Nope, perfect. Okay, so let's get these bits stuck down so I know where they're going. So once I do a little play, need to commit, otherwise I'll just spend all the time changing my mind. Leave that gap there. And there. It's absolutely chucking down with rain here. It's about 7 o'clock at night and it's been awful. It's June and it's just been, I'm still wearing my boots at the moment. I can't even get my summer dresses are still under the bed in a box. We had one day of sunshine at the weekend, but the UK's weather has been absolutely atrocious. Probably hear that rain actually. Not nice at all. Certainly not sandals and summer dress weather yet, even though it is June. And it usually is in the UK. It's not too bad. We obviously have the odd grey day and shower, but nothing like it's been. It's been terrible. All the more reason to become in our craft rooms, hey, and do a little bit of crafting. So again, I'm just going to ink some brown around the edge, just because I want to. You don't have to do this step. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that way, I think. Just about fits on there. There we go. I think I might just have a little something down there, just a smaller word, or these little, one of them. You could keep going forever, just keep layering and adding and Love it. There we go. Let's pop that down there. So once again, I'm going to come in with just a little piece of card. So if I remember, it was 2 inches by 3. Or was it 3.5? Can't remember. Let's have a quick measure. 3.5. There we go. So again, I've got some of the papers that were left over from the other day. What we've got here. An absolute mound of papers. If you see my craft from now, you'd probably laugh. I think I'm going to come in with this yellow actually, just to use that little bit there. It's got a white border on it, so I just need to put that back. Yeah, give that, got some glue on there, give that a good rub. If you wanted to, you could make these little tags as well. I'm quite happy with them being just like little journaling cards. They're quite sweet little journal spots on the back. Just need to glue that down a bit more there. Obviously, you'll be able to take your time a lot more than I am right now. And there we go. So it's quite a plain journaling card this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in again with one of those images. And we had hexagon. So I'm going to use one of them, the leaf on it. Doesn't matter if it's got an image on it, and even though you fold it in half, you'll just see half the image on the back and half the image on the front. Yep, so again, I'm going to fold it that way. Because I've not cut that very straight, I'm just going to, these little white bits there, just going to trim that up. Just before I stick that down. So again, just wet glue on this one so that gives a really good stick. And pop that there. And glue. Whoop. Okay. Now I'm going to come in again with images just to stick behind. These labels are so all different. You never get, well, 2 that are the same. Obviously you get the different sizes of the same label, but they're always just so different. It amazes me where Michelle finds her images from. So I'm going to come in with some green glue on this, green ink on this one. Just because I think that just needs a little bit of lifting. There we go. Pop that one there. And that's a bit too big. Got here. Oh, that's quite nice, that pretty flower. Or should I use that? Too wide. So it's good to just offer your papers up sometimes, or your images up, just to see if they will fit, or they're the right size before you cut. Okay. I'm just going to pop a little bit of green around the edge there. Yep, there's one. And two. And we have our little tag for our second pocket. Just go in there like so. And then we have just that last little bit of lace on the top. Let's pop some of that out. This is quite it's a bit of a stretchy lace. And again, I'm just going to use my scissors to poke that through. And then pull it through at the top. So all fingers and thumbs. There we go. So there we have our two freebie tags. Obviously the bits I've used are from the kit, but the backing papers were free, and obviously they're on Ko-fi, which I'll link below. So they've got those beautiful images on the front and the plain backs, and then those lovely little journaling spots inside each one with the little tabs to pull them in and out with. So there we go, nice quick make for you using the botanical kit again. And love to see what you do. So if you want to tag me in any of your projects, pop on Instagram. On Instagram you can tag Vintage Lace Journal 75 on there. Also probably leave your comments in the comments box, and I can pop over to your channels if you've got channels and see your work there as well. So yeah, have a go, download your freebies. Big thank you to Michelle, and lots of love to you all. Happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.